And we got Bananas in chat from Humbly B, that Jared, H. Stekiev, Randy Nicole, Spangleboo, Cat King 63, Spice Holper, and Woven Rainbow, Camo J123, Oasis Gaming, Betty Baghdaddy, Sass9602, Billman68, The Black Ranger PL, and that is all of the names that I can keep up with. The bananas are flowing through the chat right now, and I was trying to read those as fast as I could. Here we are again, another live stream. Wow, 1 day away from live streaming. Feels like 2 because it was Sunday morning last time, and I am stoked. Usually I say I've been looking forward to live streaming all day. I've just had a very productive, focused day, and I know I've had my live stream planned for late in the evening, later than usual. But I've just been getting on with things, and now it's that fantastic time where we get to stream. And now I'm like, oh, okay, what's going to happen today? Peeps, how you doing? How you doing? JuffyJ14 is here, resubscribing for 25 months. Thank you so much for your support. And Edward310501 has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. And I'm in the middle of recording episode 800. I'm just going to throw like a lot of time into this next episode, you know. And I need to pick something up. It is that right there. I need to pick up my powered rails. That I need to do. I have an ender chest on me. That's fantastic. I'm trying to think through so I don't have to come back over here again. I should really finish filling up my ender chest. I finished doing some sorting. And before we head out, we've got to make sure this thing is stocked up right. Droid Dude is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Droid Dude, thank you so much for the subscription. I like the name. The name is cool. I appreciate you supporting me here on the Twitch. Peerless says, I've never been able to catch your stream this early. Ah, well, I'm doing it later than usual, so it's probably, that's why. Winnie says, wow, 800, yeah. 800 episodes, incredible, right? Incredible. I am, like, every time I talk about being proud of it, I hate using the word proud, but my goodness me, do I think, yeah, that's a real accomplishment right now there. I thought I saw that one fall on the hopper edge, it didn't. That's what I've been worried about. And it couldn't have been possible without Oli Yol, so thank you for supporting the Hermitcraft. What are you going to do for episode 800, says Yahirida. It's going to be a normal episode, but I want to try and just push as many hours into it as I can. I already did a little something special for the intro, and if anything else comes to mind, I will of course be doing something special. This is the point for me in the song where I need to turn up my own little speakers in my eardrum. The Black Ranger PL says it's crazy. It feels like episode 500 was just yesterday. Oof, the time does fly, right? But you got to spend the time doing what you love. That is what you got to do, and I do absolutely love making episodes of Hermitcraft. I really found my fire for it. Again, it always ebbs and flows, goes up and down, but just something really kicked into gear recently. I don't know, and I keep thinking about all the projects that we can do and what we're going to do next, and yeah, really looking forward to just getting on here every day and doing the business, you know. Doing the bizzleness. Super Cookie says X before you know episode 1000 will be right around the corner. Yeah, I started. I think, you know, episode 1000 will have to be special, and I've started to get the inspiration, or at least get like a footing, an idea of what might need to be done. I think we might be short on a particular material, and I did not anticipate this. Ah. Is there a quartz shop? Let's ask, you know, because I did not plan this. I do not want to go mining quartz in the Nether right now. I really just want to crack on with building. Aha, so I forgot, you know, I prepared materials, but I forgot we ran out. And as soon as I got here, it kind of reminded me, right? It kind of reminded me. Empyrione says, oh yeah, I absolutely love your tunnel to the HRN. I like your enthusiasm. Course, horse and shorts from Zedath. Let's go. Oh, jeez. I don't know if that'll even make sense. I mean that in a good way. Betty Baghdadi says, will episode 1000 take place in season 6 or 7? What do you think? I don't know. I have no idea. I think another 200 episodes, probably quite likely. Oh, peeps are pointing out Jevin has a shop. Okay. That Jared has gifted a sub to Zloy XP. That Jared, thank you so much for supporting the peeps. Zloy, coming out here, trying to get some recap tips, are you? Trying to figure out what's going on. I'm messing with you. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Glad to have you here with us. There's been a couple other noises in the air. So, Jared, thanks for supporting the community. Zloy, thank you so much for the recap. It's wonderful. And we got Nina Fina 97 resubscribing for 2 months. And The Last Psycho subscribing with Amazon Prime. No quartz. Thanks for the subscription, peeps. We've also got Humbly B resubscribing for 19 months. Saying, I have been out of town recently, so I've not been able to catch as many streams as I would like. Hope you have a great evening. I think episode 999 should be the special one. That's a good idea, actually. That's a really good idea. Do it one before people suspect. I like it. Humbly B, thank you so much for your support. So yeah, basically, I kind of was thinking, oh, 800, and then I thought, you know, 1,000 will be here one day. What would I actually do for that? And then my mind started ticking over with ideas. Ones that I wouldn't want to do on 800, I'd want to do on 1,000. So that's the thing, right? Ah, oh, you're killing me. I wanted to build, not grind. I wanted to build. Jevin, where's the quartz? Where's the quartz, I said. All galore monthly. Ah, jeez, peeps. I think I might have a little bit in my base. We'll check my storage system, but I'm pretty sure I'm all out. Cold Chirp says, hello boss, hello peeps, at uni, so can't stay. But I'll keep the stream on in the background while I get some work done. Cool, buddy. Cool. I'll see you at the meeting after the stream, right? Sneak up on them with that 999. That's a good idea, Humbly Bear. Be sneaking, but then again, it's not a secret anymore. Maybe I'll make the special 1001, you know? Idiot Cast is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Idiot Cast, thank you ever so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream today. And that Jared has also gifted another sub to Cold Sherpa. Jared, thank you so much again for gifting the subs. Appreciate your generosity. And Sherpa, thanks for all you do, buddy. I appreciate it. You know that. Kaz Spammy says Doc might have a lot of quartz. He's been digging a tunnel in the Nether. Oh. I could go... Whenever I go to the Concorp Country Club, there's always quartz in the tunnel. I'm like, I want to mine that. You know, I could start working on a Nether Hub tunnel or digging somewhere up there for one, but it would be a bit of a sort of cobbled together idea at this point. Edward says now it's going to be episode 998, so it's a proper surprise. Edward, now it's got to be 997. Jeez. It does. Sell me quartz, please. That's half a stash. I mean, that's probably going to be pretty pathetic. By the way, do you know what? I don't have fortune. So, somewhere in here, I need to have a fortune book, right? This is my stash of books, and we need fortune. Lilith Snickrep. Wow, what a name. Lilith Snickrep. 8 months in a row, saying, been a hot minute since I've seen a stream due to uni. Same awesome content. Thank you for the lovely message. And I hope you enjoy the stream today. Thank you again for the support. Now, I've got to channel my focus here. Fortune. I know I'm looking for a 3. There's a fortune 2. So if we get 2 2s, we might make it a 3. Fortune 3 is not usually a book I hold on to, just because you seem to always get it when you enchant it. Aha. Smite and Protection are the alternatives. I will check the other book. Other book, other box. Just looking for those frees, really. Lots of frees, but not the one that I need. Do you know what? I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do that. I think when I died at some point and got all my stuff sorted out, I forgot to put fortune back on. Okay, so there it is. Anvil? Anvil it is. That's expensive! Bam! Now we got fortune. X, give a server tour for episode 800, says Orion. Yeah, I'm never too keen on doing server tours, but I've done something similar to that, I guess you could say. Did, Shop at Sahara. You have stock? Let's see if they have. I don't think they'll be stocked up just yet. You checked one box twice. Did I, Crizzy? Ah, whatever. Mr. Gee is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Mr. Gee, thank you for using that Prime subscription on me. I appreciate your support. I hope you're enjoying the stream. We have SMP Life Nathan. That's what I'm going to call you. SMP Life Nathan. Thank you ever so much for your subscription there. Thank you, peeps. As always, appreciating the support. Pro Star Gaming says, "Is the music yours?" No, it's Lord Leviticus we're listening to. Do a base tour with shaders, says Rosie. Do you know what? I'm not a fan of shaders. I never like the look of them. I don't know. To me, I think the look of Minecraft's fantastic. It just, I don't know, it works in my brain. Whenever I see shaders, it's like, I don't know, it just don't look right to me. It's Minecraft's sort of not beautiful in a way, right? Like, it's sort of clunky, but I like that clunkiness. When you put shaders on it, I don't know, it just like loses its charm, I think. I think I've got a chest of potions in, and some of those should be fire potions, right? This one, if anyone. If not in here, yeah, probably don't have. I'm gonna sneeze, peeps. I'm gonna sneeze. Let me mute. Whew, there we go. There we go. Great mute, says Jared. Did it work? Because you know my mute thing is kind of wonky. I don't mute it on the system. I mute it with a physical thing, and it fails a bit. Right. So fire resistance to the fire. Let's brew up a batch. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a batch going here. I've got these, I've got those. Where's the water at? The water is over here. Kablamo. Right, get a brewing. That's what I say. Get a brewing. And then up the top here we can add this, we can add that. Shall we? Right, we stand back, we relax. I've got a hot cup of tea here, peeps. We've been streaming for 13 minutes. It could be prime tea temperature. Let's get some tea hype in chat. Okay, let's check this out. Ooh, it's actually a little bit on the cooler side. Whoa! We got a noise in the air. It's that Christopher resubscribing for 38 months. Saying, it seems like whenever I manage to catch a stream, I have an anniversary. So thanks for the past 38 months. And here's to another 38. Jeez, the commitment is real. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate your 38 months of support. That is a emerald face in chat. The covenanted, the elusive, the one and only, the emerald face. And Stevie J1397 is here. Resubscribing to Amazon Prime. Rosie Draws Crab says, X, change your skin back, please. Change my skin back? But Christmas is coming. We've got to be prepared, you know. Got to get in that Christmas spirit. Unwoven Rainbow is here, resubscribing for 35 months in a row. That is 1 month away from the elusive emerald face. Do you know what comes after the emerald face? Evil X. After 5 years, it's Evil X. Safely Swift says, I wish I could support, but I have no money. As I always say, I appreciate all of y'all. I know there are peeps getting their names read out, but if you just watch these videos, if you just come by and check out the streams and hang out with us, I appreciate you. That's all you have to do. Don't even worry about the other stuff. We good over here, right? So we're going into the Nether. We got our newbie potions. Whoa! It's another emerald face. Jeez, it's some sort of emerald face party. It's Randy Nicole, 2002, resubscribing for 47 months in a row, saying that Yeti skin looks perfect as always. Love the skins you use. Yeah, I'm keeping this Yeti skin. You know, I keep thinking about taking it off, then I read my comments and someone moans and complains about it, and I'm like, oh, jeez, yeah, I should totally keep this. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. I should probably... Oh, this is going to fill up. Is it filled up or full up? And I kind of don't want to throw anything away from here. I don't need that, though. I was looking at that earlier. I thought, that's the thing I never use, so... I'm probably going to need to go to the Guardian farm soon for some reason. Sod's law. Right, I think that'll do. We're not going to go on a crazy hunt. And by the way, the noises are absolutely rolling in here. So thank you, peeps, always for the support. Becca Loves Pandas says it's been a really rubbish day. So happy to see you streaming. Sorry to hear that. I hope we can be better from this point onwards. We're just going to hang out, not worry about much, and have some fun here on the Hermitcraft server. And we got Steve J 1397 gifting subs. If you hear your name being read out loud, you've been gifted a sub. So Steve, thank you so much for your generosity here in the community. The Scandra, J Pinzula, Gam5, Veli Mook, and Always Ready. You are now subscribers. Send some love hearts in the chat to Steve. Steve, thank you so much for supporting the community. IMO says, geez, with each update, my app lags more and more. I can't enjoy the streams like this. Maybe give it a reinstall. I mean, it's not like it's the 90s, but that used to do the trick back then. System slows down, you have to reinstall it. Badar is also here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Pretty sure I butchered that name, but Badar, thank you so much for using your Prime subscription on me. I appreciate that, and I hope you enjoy the stream. Zempro says, I re-downloaded Twitch to watch this. You should be able to watch it in your browser as well. Something I should mention. Well, the first thing that I see is quartz. And more quartz, so that's a good idea. Do you know what we don't have, though? Oh, by the way, and we're listening to organ music. Before I look in chat and see someone complaining, alright? We like gloomy organ music around here. It's the perfect music for streaming. They're saying, oh, put on Skrillex, listen to EDM. I say, no! I want some gloomy organ music right now. Whiffy Kings is here subscribing, saying much love from Sweden. Whiffy Kings, thank you ever so much. I appreciate your support. Appreciate it ever so much. You know, that just made me think about the Swedish potato and that somewhere in Sweden letter. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I kind of want to like find the good stuff, not the risky stuff, right? Where's the easy peasy quartz? I'm looking for that quartz. I mean, there's some tucked away up there, and we were actually going to go over in this direction. This music is perfect for the Nether, says Orion. I actually agree, it's pretty good for it, isn't it? I'm going to whoosh on over here, and then whoosh our way up to the top there. Why are you getting quartz, says Kyriam? Because I need quartz. I'm not doing it for the fun of it, jeez. I wanted to be building, but then I needed quartz. Did Mumbo ever get back to us? Not yet. Oh. Oh, that Sahara's going to have to open soon. They might struggle to keep themselves stocked up selling so many items. You know, a few hermits can only do so much. Maybe they'll employ us all and we all have jobs in the warehouse. Gathering materials for them and then not being able to buy them back. Dobbyson is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Dobbyson, thank you ever so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream today. By the way, I can hear the little follow noises going off in my ear. Appreciate that. If you haven't hit that follow button, then make sure you do so. Get notified of when I stream here live on Twitch. I sent Twitch an email a while ago. I just remembered. I never heard a reply. I was asking if I could stream on YouTube. What I want to do is do a stream with their permission on YouTube as well as on here and direct people over here, because when you actually do a stream it's so going to gather more people on YouTube, and then I can say, hey, look, this is what we do on Twitch. It's fun. You should come join us, you know? Because we're kind of split between the two. Now, I don't know whose tunnel that is, but maybe we could use it. Is that Doc's tunnel, the one that he's building? That would be something if he happened to be in the same area. Really should have brought some ender pearls for this. It's Mumbo's, apparently. Ah, okay. Mumbo's tunnel to where? His witch farm project, I'm guessing? We're getting a lot of XP from this as well. I hear a gust. I see it way up in the distance, and it disappeared. And it just did the off. We got a noise in the ear. It's Kilgore here. Kilgore1311 saying, another month down, how's it going? Thank you for your 16 months of support. I appreciate it. It's going great. Thanks for asking. Had a good day. Had to do some things and yeah, had a good time and ate a bunch of good food. It's all good. It's all good. I'm going to get lost out here. Just walking around mindlessly. I finished watching the new Ricky Gervais. Wow, I said that really weird then, didn't I? Ricky Gervais? That old Ricky Gervais? I watched Ricky's new show on Netflix. It's really, really good. I do like it. But as someone who's watched his stuff extensively, there's quite a lot of stuff that you've heard before, and like you can feel a lot of it coming. Like his style now is quite established, and it can be a little bit predictable, but it's really fantastic. I enjoyed it, and I'd highly recommend it. It's called Afterlife. Very funny, very very heavy and dark at the same time, but it ends nicely, which is, you know, kind of the expectant thing sometimes, right? I think Soul Shan should be a gravity block, says Cassie the Python. Not so sure about that. It already has some other unique properties. Don't know that I would change it at all like that. Right, collecting that quartz we are. Except for that bit. Not collecting that, are we? Kind of want to get into Mumbo's tunnel and use it to travel further away. We've got another noise in the ear. It's Ali Bees. Ali Bees, thank you ever so much for subscribing. I appreciate your support, and I hope you enjoy today's live stream. Okay, Mumbo one day is going to travel down here and just see some awkward netherrack. Okay, and he's going to think to himself, who on earth did that? Aha. It's one of these types. I see. I see how it is. And we got Metamorphic Mike resubscribing for 7 months in a row. It doesn't go that far. It doesn't even go that far. Jeez, Mumbo. This don't even go that far. Right, I found my way to some sort of cave. These can be a good way to get quartz sometimes. Metamorphic Mike, thank you so much for the support, buddy. Hope to see you at the staff meeting after today's stream. No, Mumbo won't notice this, Butter. You're probably right. You're probably right. I got my hopes too high, you know. There we go. Some good old cave quartz. Nice and easy to mine. Low risk, not out in the open. Could be lava about. Now, how much of this stuff do I want to finish the project? I didn't even think of calculating. Didn't really want to be here. I just wanted to build the entire stream. And then I'm forgetting a key block. Of course I am. Is the Jingler the person who stole the diamonds in the stock exchange, says the awesome kitty. You know, I don't know who the Jingler is, but that Jingler gets up to some jingly things. Some jingly jangly things. Right, let's hop up here. Okay, and then we're going to eat this food. Ah, here's Squishy, says Lizzie Best. Indeed. By the way, I need to drink this tea. It's getting too cold. To the peeps asking in chat, I have checked the shops. All the shops are out. Oh, it's good. It's good. If the season ends and we still don't know who the Jingler is, says Mazer Time, it could just be a mystery that lives forever, you know? Lizzie says, I resubscribed yesterday. Hope you got that. I didn't, Lizzie, but thank you so much for resubscribing. I wasn't streaming yesterday, so I wouldn't have seen it. But thank you. I appreciate it. So there's quartz on the bottom. There's quartz up the top. There's quartz over there. And that's how you fight magma cubes, peeps, you know. Just stand in front of a ravine. That takes care of that. Very good. You know, I intended to do that. That was very professional of me. I was showing off my pro Minecraft skills. Totally not a fluke. Definitely not a fluke. Right, I will take that quartz, thank you. Thank you for the quartz. And there's some kind of easy stuff over there. So before we hop down that ravine, let's get some of the easy stuff. Easy peasy quartz. And there's some more quartz there as well, cool. All part of the master plan, says Billbod. Exactly, all part of that master plan. Do magma cubes have their own chunks like slime? Nah, they don't work like that. That's not how they work. Who is on Hermitcraft right now, says Vapike. We have Doc M, Cubfan, Mumbo, and Mumbo Jumbo. Not to be confused with Mumbo. Two totally different people, of course. Oh, I see a ghost patrolling the distance. Take that, we'll take that. Doc is streaming, can you troll him, says Cassie the Python. You know, I want to be productive in today's stream. I've got things that I need to do and get done and want to do, and we're going to do them. So I won't be trolling. I'm sorry. Anyway, now that I've read that message, it don't even matter. Because everyone would tell him. Everyone would tell him in chat. It's what always happens, you know. Every time I try to troll someone, someone goes and tells them. And I don't know why. You're spoiling the fun, I say. The fun can no longer be had. I don't want to mess with that stuff. Whoa! Jeez, it is the day of the emerald face. Okay, those crazy loud alerts. We want to go this way. Oh, there's the quartz that we were looking for. It's Chris J102 here, resubscribing for 38 months in a row, saying 38 months in a row. Will Chris J make it to 39? Find out next month on Hermitcraft Live. Indeed. Indeed. Thank you so much, my friend. Thanks. Oh, that made me chuckle. That was good. I like that one. Thank you so much for your support. People are going to do that anyway now, says Tuxaban. Yeah, someone's probably going, Suma's going to troll you. And I'm like, nope. No, I'm not. We're getting a bit of quartz together here. What I really should have brought with me is ender pearls. They're always super useful in the Nether. There's always little bits you want to jump up, jump down. You know, jump up and get around. Okay, that was kind of terrible. Oh no! Oh no, I'm getting shot at. Oh, jeez. Mr. Ghast, please get wrecked. Oh, that was close. You know it. You know it, buddy. Oh, you're hurting the pigman now. Okay, get wrecked, sucker. Get wrecked. You know, arrow to the face. Arrow to the face. Whew. Okay. Oh, double quartz. Don't mind if I do. Oh, small amount though. We got a noise in the ear from Lizzie Best, doing cheers, throwing bits, saying, Asuma, you need to tell the people that Mumbo Jumbo is Mumbo's evil twin. The peeps must be warned. Peeps, you've heard it here first. You've been warned. Watch out for those evil twins, especially that evil Asuma fella. Jeez, always trying to blow up that server. Ooh, mysterious sounds of the Nether. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fly far away and land on a big blob of quartz. Yes. This is where we should be digging when no one has dug before and taken all the surface quartz. Sweet. X, can I ask you what your generic streaming settings are? Bitrate, resolution, etc. is looking crisp and smooth. Upload speed? Says that's Joe. I upload at 6.5 megabytes per second. We're doing 1080p 60 frames per second. I can't remember if I'm using QCP or VBR. I've got a feeling it's VBR for streaming. Because I don't know how, like, QCP works with streaming if it's difficult, but then the bit rate is 6,500, I guess, because that's what we're streaming with. And also having the right hardware helps get it nice and smooth, you know. We upgraded our hardware recently. And I brought myself a laptop. And in the quest to find, like, what I actually really wanted was just a super dirt cheap laptop. But I couldn't find one with the right sort of screen size and just the basics. Like, I couldn't find the right combination. And so the price range sort of went up a bit for something that was sort of reasonable but definitely overpriced for what I wanted to use it for. So then I started thinking about like getting a laptop that's also a bit of a backup, and the laptop that I'm getting is going to enable me to just do a little bit of Minecrafty stuff in between. Maybe even if I like go on holiday or something somewhere and I want to log in the server and AFK or just do some little things away from my computer, it's going to enable me to do that because it's got a GTX card in it. So I ended up getting something way more than I was originally going to get, but for the price it will enable me to do some more stuff for videos. It's a shame I couldn't buy like the thing that I actually wanted, but yeah, I managed to get myself an alright laptop that will basically be a bit more powerful than I thought. And also what I was thinking is like it will probably be able to handle doing a little bit of video editing and recording as well. So if ever I find myself in a situation where I need some portable recording done, I mean, it won't be as good quality as this, but it will get a job done probably. So yeah, I'm happy with it. But man, did I have some absolute choice paralysis trying to buy that laptop. Goodness me, must have spent in total at least 3 hours or so worth staring at options, not knowing what to get, going back and forth. Ugh. So we've got noises in the ear. The Duck Collective is here subscribing. The Duck Collective, thank you so much for your subscription. We also got Binky Quack saying, give me that first place spot. Cheerio. What first place spot are we talking about here? Binky Quack, thank you ever so much for yo. Jeez, my brain just all of a sudden stopped then. Thank you ever so much for the cheers and bits, dude. Thank you, I appreciate the support. X, what is the feature you want to have in a laptop? In 1.15? In one? Oh no, you're talking not a laptop. Say the laptop name, says Brady. It's a custom built laptop. It's not a branded one. See, that's the thing. When I found the custom thing, I could tweak the settings and get exactly what I wanted out of it. Like, for example, I wanted a laptop with Windows 10 Pro, and then if I didn't get one with an OEM Pro, it would be a bit more pricey to upgrade it. So I kind of compromised and thought, okay, this one's got Windows 10 Pro. I can use BitLocker, which you definitely want to have on a laptop, in my opinion. Some sort of encryption. Someone can pick that thing up and take it away, you know, open it up, get to the hard drives. Not good. Not good. So it's a custom built one. It's got Windows 10 Pro. But the main thing was the 17-inch screen. I really struggle to look at small screens or strain my eyes. So I don't want to be straining my eyes at a small laptop. And when it comes to laptops, like the really cheap ones, for what I wanted to use it for, they don't have screen sizes that are good enough. They're like 13, 14 inch. And then when you get to the 17-inch ones, they're really built, like the screen size sort of scales up with the specs. And that wasn't quite what I was looking for, you know. I just wanted something, you know, kind of cheap, easy hardware with a big screen, but that's not really a thing when it comes to laptops, as far as I can tell. Jeeton is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. Jeeton, thank you so much for your subscription. I appreciate the support. I thank you for using the Amazon Prime, and I hope you have a good time hanging out with us today. This is a great stream so far, I think. I planned on building. We're here in the Nether. We're doing good in the Nether. As long as we don't die, it'll be a good stream, I feel. Is it heavy, says Joker? Joker WCY. Do you have a YouTube channel? I'm going to ask you. Is it heavy? I didn't even think about weight. Weight probably isn't a problem for me, though. Battery life, probably not a concern, because I'm actually going to mostly be using it at times, I imagine, when I can, you know, plug it in somewhere. And I could have put an extra battery pack in it as well, but it was a fair bit extra. So that was the thing I was going to mention, is that when I was doing the custom PC, you get a little bit sucked into like, oh, it's only a few quid extra to add this thing, it's only a few quid extra to add that thing, and then before you know it, the price has like gone all the way up. So I picked very carefully and ended up like, you know, because it was only like 60 quid or something to go from like Intel HD to a GTX card, and there are a few other little bits like that, so I ended up putting a little bit more money into it than I initially wanted to, but it seemed a bit silly that I had to, you know, I had to go into that higher price bracket because it's 17-inch, and then have like really kind of not so great hardware for it. You're in pointing out the 17-inch laptops in the 400-500 euro price bracket have resolution 900p. That is something that I noticed time and time again, that they have the lower resolution. The one that I've got has full HD, so that's sort of another plus. I didn't really mind the resolution problem though. Like my phone is 720p and that's fine. Like I think some of this HD stuff's a bit over the top. Like 720 to 1080p, you know, watching it on a big screen, I can kind of see the difference. But 4K, not really, although it does kind of have that like hyper real look, which I don't particularly like. 1080p is fine for me. Like that's just, you know, so much to tell the story with. Ah, jeez, you got away. You win, buddy. So when I'm watching a movie, you know, 1080p is fine. I don't need anything more than that. It's good for me to tell a story. I've got a friend who likes watching VHSs and picks up VHS movies super cheap, and they said that they liked it because it was nostalgic, and I was just like, that's fascinating. That is fascinating. You can barely see the pixels on the phone, says that Jared. Exactly, right? Exactly. I wouldn't even be able to tell you the difference on a phone. So, you know, 720p on the phone was fine for me. Means the battery life on it is terrific. You can just use it for days on end and it don't really run out. We've got Noises here. Rapand is here, resubscribing for 9 months in a row. That's a Twitch baby right there, saying, apparently prepaid for 3 months. Danes are not dogs, but humans. Oh yeah, I remember that from last time. Dude, thank you so much. Had no idea you could prepay. I didn't know that was a Twitch thing. But then again, what do I ever know, you know? I stream on here, that's about it. That's about all I know. I'm older than a VHS, says AG Pins. Oh, that's great. Tycho says, X, how do you feel about an ore that spawns similar to Nether quartz in the end dimension? Yeah. I mean, the end needs more than just one ore, though. The end is so barren and dull. It needs more going on in it, I think. Do you even Twitch, says Jess? Not really, that's the problem, okay? I might be a Twitch streamer, but I'm not a Twitch watcher. Right, I think we should set ourselves a goal to get 6 stacks in total. Well, actually, we're going to be here a while. Maybe just 4. Maybe just 4. You might Twitch after a couple cups of coffee. Oh, I might. I've had a few coffees lately, and now I feel the cravings on the days that I don't, and I'm like, there it is again. There's that old coffee craving. Not sure how I feel about it. Also, is this tea finished? I think I've still got a gulp of tea left. Oh, look at that. Detective Assumer on the case. I smelt the quartz underneath the lava, I did. Oh, that was hardly worth it. Oh. What do you think about a Nether update needs, says Arthur. Yeah, Nether update would be alright. I think the Nether is a bit more bearable. It's a bit more functional and sort of kind of tied into the game's progression, right? Especially the whole Nether tunnels feature. But the end is like, you kind of go there to do a big grind, and it's a bit of a repetitive adventure. I think more things in the end would be nice. I'd really love to see him add a new dimension though, the Aether. I think that could just be such a wonderful big update. They were at one point going to add the Aether, but that never happened. That's Joe, says, how did you get the chat box pop up to be smaller in Minecraft than normal? I just went through the settings menu and changed the settings, that's all. It's no special trick. Right, this is a big bunch, big blob of quartz. We've had no lava behind the quartz yet. I still remember the day Dinnerbone added that. I was like, Dinnerbone, you cheeky so-and-so. It's actually a pretty good addition. I mean, well, not when you get called out to it, but it makes the Nether just a little bit more risky. Because it can be pretty docile out here, you know. New dimension, we already have 3 to be improved to surprise style. But yeah, well, you know, Minecraft standards. Yeah, things need improving, but it is what it is. By the way, peeps, thank you for hitting the follow button. I can hear those follow noises. I'll say it again. If you're not following here on Twitch, be sure to do so. The dream dimension concept was wonderful. I've not heard of that one before. Mustaches cause lag, says Arctic Wolf. Oh dear. Kaysen says they should add an ability to obtain a spawn egg by killing an entity with a silk touch sword. I think you might be able to achieve that with data packs. I don't like that idea. The spawn eggs are a creative tool, right? Thinking vanilla, it's clearly not what's what, if that makes sense. Kind of expecting to see a tunnel somewhere around here. There's that tunnel. That makes for a smooth landing. Okay, I'm guessing the hub is actually that way then. I've got a feeling Mumbo's once again been a little bit oblivious to everything that's going on here and built this tunnel to go into the hub, because we might... he's built it from here. Because this is going to get closed quite likely. We've been discussing... what we've been discussing doing is having no openings and having everything go to the top. Right, we've got noises in the air. Winnieson Holt is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. And Jimmy2901 is resubscribing for 34 months in a row. Thank you ever so much for the continued support, peeps. Truly do appreciate it. Glad to have you with us here today. Arthur Franken says, if you could make your own mob, what would it be? That is a true question right there. What would it be? My answer is I don't know. Every time. I want mobs that add new functionalities to the game, give you new tasks, things to do. Like maybe a mob that you could interact with that could, I don't know, like change the shape of armor or the way it looks and just give you some interesting things to do in the game. That Jared says, definitely not a phantom. Yeah. Phantoms are okay, but the problem is, well, you know, this is kind of the fate of a lot of stuff. Like, the way you interact with it is, oh look, there's the phantoms, better kill them. Same with creepers though, really. But you build a farm to get good stuff from creepers, right? Ever notice how people say O instead of 0 in numbers, says Crafty? Some people say 0. You know? That Christopher says, my 2 big wishes are 1, a fetch item mechanic to dogs, 2, a disable spawning effect to beacons. Yeah, I really like the sound of that. Maybe just a new mob that you can sort of cleverly give it instructions, like nothing complicated with GUIs, but a way for it to move items for you, which the fox kind of might technically be that, I guess. Depends on how its functionality plays out. Okay, I'm going to throw some things into the ocean. We're going to pick up some glass. We're going to start doing that. I'm going to put these things in here now. Going to grab sea lanterns and concrete. From the other box, more concrete. We need those slabs. And the quartz I'll put down on the ground. I'll put my nether chest, ender chest even over here. Wow, what would a nether chest be? Maybe a nether chest could store 8 times the amount of items, or 8 times less. Okay, so I reckon we are pretty much good to go here. I do want to craft a few more slabs, yeah. And then I think we're good to go. Sweet. Alright. Gyry Tyrant says, I feel like I would appreciate more complex mobs than new ones. More complex, you mean improved? Make them better, make them more complicated, perhaps. A nether chest will destroy the items in it. Could do. Or burn them. You should make a phantom farm, says Arthur Franklin. If I had use for a lot of those phantom membranes, I'd love to do a project like that. The more things that you really need, the better the farms. So here's the thing, peeps. We've got to start introducing the glass. I'm going to introduce it like this. I'm literally going to have it level. I think that'll look best overall. And then we'll be putting sponges in on these sides. Oh, I should have taken some of those potions with me so I could breathe underwater for longer. Hopefully that's not going to be a bother. Oh, a nether chest could act like an ender chest, but for everyone, so you can insert and extract items for community storage. That, I think, would be good, but also very, very powerful. That's instantaneous long distance transport if you have a couple of players, right? Some things like that are just too overpowered, I think. Power balance is an important thing in this game. You know? Can you show us around your base? There really isn't too much to see in my base. It's just the shapely stuff up the top. And then when you go on the inside, it's just storage and... yeah, not too much going on over there, right? A loom that can work on carpets is best number. Now what would it do exactly? Give the carpets patterns like the llama ones that we see? That could be okay. This I think is the way to go right here. Now the thing is, I maybe should have thought about this just a little bit more. I guess where we started makes sense because it's the height of the water that determines what's going on. Now notice how we're going to clip the edge of the quartz here. And I think that is sort of unavoidable. Do you know what's better? Do you know what's better for you, my friend? Meet my axe. One hit, one kill. Oh, drowned head. Don't mind if I do. Super Cookie says, X. I said this in the comment in your video, but I'm saying again, I love the way dipped the track into the ocean. Oh, I'm glad you like that. I looked at my comments and I didn't see much of the, YouTube somehow just manages to drown out the feedback you want to look at, the stuff that you really want to get your teeth into. It's always the thumbs up for this thing, thumbs up for that thing type comments that seem to go to the top. I do like to read my comments, but it's not quite like it used to be. I kind of tend to miss out on the really good feedback like that. That's the stuff I like to hear about. So the alternative here is to do this and then have the next one here, but that won't look right from the outside, and I think it won't feel right. So I think we're on the right track here. We're doing everything good, is what I'm saying. I think Asuma is the guy who did the Autodesk Inventor scooter tutorial on YouTube. They sound exactly the same. That was not me. I don't think I've even heard of that. I would suggest making a Reddit post after the episode asking for opinions, says Ixandoshi. Yes, but then I have to redirect people to the Reddit, right? My Reddit's very quiet. I mean, if you want to post on the Reddit and discuss opinions, I do check the Hermitcraft Reddit, so I'd read it there, I guess. Okay, so now when we get to this next bit, it's gonna go. Now, wait a minute. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Now I think that's gonna look bad from the outside, right? We want more of that curve, so it would be like that. Is someone trying to throw something at me? Oh, you're so rude. You're so rude. Look, let me show you. Let me show you how it's done, okay? First of all, what you want to do is you want to actually hit your target, okay? Which I didn't technically do then, I don't think. Wait, why did I not hit you twice? Jeez, drop your trident. No. Whatever. Whatever. So who likes the way this drops down into the ocean? Put a hand up in chat if you do. And maybe a hand down if you don't. Right track, pun intended, says Becca. Not that time, not that time. We got hands up in chat. And the suspense is real. There's a hand sideways, interesting. Oh, one hand down. I've spotted a hand down, just one. Well, that's really promising because there's a gazillion going up right now. So I think that means we did a good job, peeps. I appreciate your vote of confidence. Thank you for the hand up. Let's continue with the building here. X don't need to put on top until it's completely submerged. Yeah, I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it exactly like you're seeing us doing it. I think this would be a little bit cooler, right? Sort of slow. It feels more like you're being slowly. So I don't know. I don't know why slowly actually, because you know you travel through here at speed and yeah. So then this one here gets to be that right there, fully covered. Excellent. Not quite. A little bit wrong. We'll get that sorted. We'll get that taken care of. Will you be draining the tracks, says Beck loves pandas? Probably not in this stream. Probably just going to focus on getting this thing built up right now. Well, that reminds me, I brought those powered rails with me. I guess we won't place them until this thing's ready, right? Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Let's go silk touch that. Beautiful. Did we get all of this? We got all of that. Why don't you make the tunnel extend onto the surface, maybe, says Vapike. Well, I decided to make it... excuse me. Burping. Ugh. I decided to make it extend underwater. The music went from water level to desert level. Yeah, this is very desert themed, I agree. Ooh. Wait, what? Oh, maybe did I do a building here wrong? Wait, what's just changed that I'm not picking up on? You are rude. How many of you are there? Oh, another drowned head. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. So that all shifted down. Maybe, wait. Maybe this is just saying, yeah, if this one were here, it would actually stop above that. Which kind of makes complete sense. So this is actually fine. We just haven't seen it do this yet. Now that might start to look a little bit odd, but I'm gonna roll with it. Because it's one or the other, basically. It's either going to be higher up or lower down. Half slab on top of the sea landing is missing. I don't think there ever was a half slab on top of it. It might look better with one, you know. But it's not missing because there hasn't ever been one placed. Light up the sea and add some decals, says Viper. That might be a really good idea closer towards the base, and I appreciate that suggestion. Because, you know, we could do some, I don't know, like underwater pixel arty type stuff. Ah, now we're back to doing this. Cool. So I got in a real building groove last time I was doing this. And I think we'll just start off by getting a bulk of this down. How do you operate? With a quartz. With a quartz underneath, I believe. I think that's the deal. Now, when you're swimming around in the ocean, notice how the view kind of shifts up and shifts down. That is... Mojang, play your game. Play your game, so then you know how to fix it, right? Ugh. There's always that little bob when you stop swimming. It's super irritating. Back to the surface. Zelanto says, we'll drop in the glass one block between the arches and make it meet up correctly on both sides. It looks odd here. It probably won't look odd again after that. Or we could just have it flat at the top and have it one lower. And then I could start it there. You know, it might actually just look better like that from the inside. I mean, I think actually that's how I want to do it now. Always good to experiment and figure it out. Water breathing potions, says Supreme. I've got them, but I didn't bring them with me. That's going to look better. And then up here, the other ones are necessary, but I could also just do that now. And then it transitions from this to that, and I think that's a really nice transition. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, we're going to go with that. That looks nicer. Much nicer. So the next bit is like a so, but we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Am I out of glass? Wow. I'm out of glass. Right, so there's a groove to building this next bit. And I've forgotten what that groove is, but you come all the way over here. Now I think that block is supposed to be, yeah, that's supposed to be one because you see a bit of it there. And then it actually, oh no, wait, we're transitioning or something. Like that. I think that's the way it gets done. Hello, Mr. Drowned. Jeez, there's multiple of you again. Why do you always turn up in packs, eh? Why do you always turn up in packs? Too easy to kill. Right, I think we'll go get that glass and the potion. Make underwater scenery when you're in the tunnel, says the Pike. I think I'll put it outside of the tunnel. Tuxaban says pack spawning is a thing. That's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. Okay, well, I was about to grab my rocket. Yeah, let's just use the rocket. That's faster, right? It's definitely faster. Finger says maybe because you built a railroad right through their city. Yeah, I'm just invading their natural habitat, and then I'm complaining. I'm like, why are these drowns trying to kill me? All of a sudden, it makes no sense. Wow, we used up a lot of slabs, so we're going to need some more. Okay, then we're going to run out of concrete before long, but that's fine. That's what we came back for, and a helping of glass. We're going to need lots of glass over here. Not going to need the rotted flesh or the stone. Oh yeah, and what about the stairs? We've hardly used any so far, but totally going to need more than that. So there we go. Jolkip, welcome to the stream. If you see a creeper in 1.13, expect to find another 3 nearby, says Tuxaban. Is that like a pack spawning bug? Is that a thing that they now do? That they shouldn't? Has the salmon ghost shown up yet, says Deved. I haven't seen it over here. Red carpet stripes would look cool on the railway to mark the red line. Like a red block instead of a green one through here certainly would have helped with the redness, but I'm saying that this is what indicates that it's the red line. That's my thing. That's what I'm saying it is, you know. Potion, says Mac. I brought 2 with me. I plan on building for at least 16 minutes, clearly. Let's give it a good old chug. HL Whaley says, looking excited for episode 800. Glad you are. Peeps, if you're not following me on YouTube, the next episode of Hermitcraft is episode 800. Goodness me. Goodness me. How do I do it? I don't even know. I ain't even got an answer for you there. Okay? It's some sort of miracle. Actually, it's called consistency. Okay, so then we go up to there. Bam. And then to here. And we got another visitor. No surprises there. None at all. You, sir, right in your face. Why don't you make red glass pillars on top of the redstone blocks? The red doesn't look nice with the green, I don't think, so we're trying to use it as sparingly as possible, and that is why we've settled with the 1 block. Estelian, I was supposed to give you a heads up that I was streaming, and I didn't. I'm sorry. I even thought about it in the day. It'll take me a while to get into the habit. It'll take me a while, I'll tell you. Been here since episode 400, says the Crimson King. Is that a reference to? Oh, why is the name of the band not coming to mind? In the court of the King, Crimson King. Jeez, that. Yeah, got those words the wrong way around. Oh my God, why is it not coming to my mind what band that is? Is it because the band's called King Crimson? I'm trying to think of like completely different. What are they? No, they're not called King. Oh, jeez. Now I'm making myself sound like a fool. No, wait. There it is in chat. King Crimson. Oh, okay. There you go. You see, I was thinking it's not King Crimson. It's something different. I love that record. It's a great record. Okay, we need a bit of quartz over on this side. And is that different there? No, it's not. All good so far. All good so far. And now we're getting into dense kelp territory. Kelp is going to be annoying me. I'm going to be placing the blocks in the wrong place because of it, I tell you. Did you mix up King Crimson and In the Hall of the Mountain King? Oh, yeah, I did. I was literally thinking it was called In the Court. No. Wait, the name of the album is In the Court of the Kings and Crim. That's what I had in my head. In the Court of the Kings and Crim. That name. That's not the same. That's not the name of the. Jeez, me, words, things. Oh, I get. Let's move on. Let's move on. Kings and Crim. Wait, is that what I said? In the Court of the Kings and... Oh my God, my brain is so struggling with words sometimes. In the Court of the Kings and Crim. Crim Kingson, says my best plan. Let's give up. Let's give up on this one, okay? Clearly there is something about this that makes my brain derp. We may never learn what this mysterious power is, but it's time to move on from the derpage. The derpage is too much right now, okay? When the derp gets real, the giggles will be had. Right, I think we should go back to doing the arches on top so that we can get more light down here. In the crimson of the King Court. In the court of the Crimson King. That's me saying it correctly, but apparently I said something different. Hilarious. Hilarious. We do have fun, don't we? We do have fun over here. Just with the words and the brain powers. That's all we need to have a little bit of fun. And then... sea lantern for light. Beautiful. Derps just don't wanna have fun, says Joel Kid. Every season, seen every season 5 and 6 Hermit episodes for all Hermits, says Vampire. Wow, commitment right there. Tish Rips says, "Hey X, I'm designing a 3-tiered kelp farm that looks like the stacking design with observers and pistons, and trying to figure out all the ways to make all the pistons fire, no matter what tier the kelp grows. Only problem with this is creating an infinite loop." I wouldn't go with that design personally. I would go with the flying machine design for obvious reasons, because it's an absolute beast when it comes to farming kelp. But I'm going to guess because the kelp is in water, it means that the observer gets like double triggered for when the water sort of comes back into the space or something like that. I'm not entirely sure because I haven't messed around with that type of design, you know. Whew. Oh, we're going to need some white concrete stuff soon, aren't we? We're going to run out, peeps. Oh no. We don't want to be running out. Do we have any Season 1 watchers in the chat? That's what I want to know. Where are me OGs? Okay, you got to represent. Me, says Skypharaoh. Season 2, says Martin. And we've got a whole bunch of other people as well. Kodiak, Season 1 OG. Was that 2013, says J Rex Tyrant. I think it was 2012 actually. April 2012 and pretty much... Oh! Wouldn't that mean like a 7-year anniversary coming up or something? I know that Season 5 started... Season 5 started on the anniversary, the 5-year anniversary. So I think that's a pretty good excuse to maybe do a Hermitcraft birthday stream and try and get like the most ridiculous amount of hermits ever. Just non-stop hermit streaming all day, you know. Dusk till dawn. Hello YouTube, says Tuxaban there. I know, see, I read that message and I knew exactly how to say it. I gotta admit, I enjoy saying that. Flex is a different part of my voice. One that I don't flex anymore, you know. Hello people, I'm kind of busy today. College break is over. Gonna be working and might come lurking. That rhymed. In the meantime, have fun peeps, says Moderang. I appreciate your well wishes to the rest of the chat. Let's... Right in my face. Right in my face. I killed a drowned and the drowned dropped a trident. Love that song. I don't even know when I sung that or said that. I don't really recall it, but I think it's amazing. Okay, now we can build on the side here. You are supposed to be the other type of block, just in case anyone ever swims down and happens to look at that space right there. They will see that that is a dark quartz block, and that was the way it intended to be. Apparently something is in the hole. I don't know what is in the hole, but, well, that's the thing. And we're not out just yet, oh no. What kind of things are you going to be having in the studios, says H.L. Whaley. Good question. I'm going to be making some mini-games. I want to make a little Tom Scott-inspired classic British TV simple challenges type thing. I don't know what they will be. I've had a few ideas. One of them was like fill up an area, like an obstacle area, with water as quick as you can. You've only got a few, like one bucket of water, and you've got to figure out the quickest way to fill it up. Something like that. I don't know. I've got a few ideas. Gamertoss DK is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime for 6 months in a row, saying, hey X, it's already the 6th month now. Wow. Thank you so much, my dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for 6 months, and I hope you enjoy the stream. While I'm bobbing up and down in the water, actually it's a terrible time, because the drowns might come for me. Do you know what it's time for, peeps? It's time for the one and only, the world famous. You can only find it here. No other streamers do this, okay? This is exclusive content. Alright? Let me tell you what's happening right now, peeps. I'm not even looking at my computer, and neither should you be. It's time to stop watching the stream. That's right, the streamer is telling you to stop watching. You're thinking, what is this madness? I don't understand what's going on. It doesn't mean you can check your email. It doesn't mean you can pull your phone out of your pocket and look for an update. It's time to give thy eyes a break. Why should you give thy eyes a break? Because staring at those screens, oh, they're damaging our eyeballs. Those doctors are getting together and they're saying, we must inform the people about the eyeballs. Okay, that's just me being ridiculous. But seriously, stare at a screen for an hour, not great. Give yourself 5 minutes is what they say to look away. I say I'm streaming. Don't you know, Doctor? Some people have to stream and look at screens. Okay? So I'm just going to take a moment here. I'm also going to drink some water and replenish my fluids and keep myself hydrated. And if it weren't freezing cold outside, I'd crack open a window and make sure I'm getting some fresh air. But that's our eye break for the day, peeps. That was your opportunity to look away. It's time to look back. I don't care if it hasn't been 5 minutes. I don't care if I'm damaging your eyes. It's time to watch the stream again, okay? Otter Scotch says, thank you for that reminder. It's a serious reminder. I just like to make it a little bit funny. Okay? Water, I thought you only drank tea, says Not Number. My favourite drink is water. My second favourite drink is tea. My third is probably like mocha and hot chocolate. Oh, hot chocolate. Oh, and I tell you what I really like. A hot malt drink. You know, when I first moved in here, I used to eat a bit more like I don't know, stuff that weren't really that great. And I don't think malt drinks are exactly healthy or anything. I'm not really sure what the sugar content of them is, but my goodness me, do I love a hot malt drink. If anyone's had Maltesers, malt, you know, you might have noticed the name. It's the stuff in the middle of Malteser. It's kind of like a drink that tastes like that, and it's so nice. So nice. I just want that malt drink. Right. That Jared says, remember, you're super hostile spellbound. That was when my uncle showed me your channel. Oh, cool, Jared. That is super duper old school. Every now and then I remember that series, and I go back and look at it, and I'm like, geez, this was so different from what we do now, you know? I would love to do a super hostile again, though. But they're just kind of like in the moment, you know? They're, yeah, they're of the moment. We tried to do some going back to super hostile on stream and playing with the patrons in a group, and it didn't really work out very well. Those maps are very, very grindy, and it's a pace that I don't particularly appreciate anymore. You know, I kind of like things to be a bit more snappy and get stuff done or whatever. Right, so the grind continues. We know that much. But here's the thing, peeps. We need some stuff. I could actually make what we need out here now that I think about it. Yes, I could. Ignore me. Ignore me greatly. Sand and gravel is what I need. And then I need some white dye. That's it. We got all we need right here, peeps. Like a malted milkshake, says Average Martin. You don't need to make it with milk. You could do. Oh, we haven't got very much bone meal there. That's fine. Maltesers as a drink. Ooh, says not a number. Don't knock it till you've tried it. It's the malted part, the bit in the middle, not the chocolatey stuff. And it is so nice. It's a really kind of warming, homely type drink. I don't know. It's just very nice. They were quite balanced for that era of Minecraft. You progress much quicker in general now, says Tuxaban. That's probably a good point, actually, yeah. Because Minecraft was such a grindy game back then. I wonder if our attention spans have sort of moved with it, if that makes sense. Like, were we that much more patient back there, or was it just how new everything was, you know? I ain't got the answers to these questions. But we need them, you know? We need those answers. Right, so what do I do with the rest of this dye? Well, I could shimmy that around. Anything else I can shimmy yo? Shimmy yam, shimmy yo, shimmy yay. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Right, let's just, you know, it's bone meal. It's bone meal. It's bone meal. I don't actually know what Maltesers inside is made of, says Ranny. It's made of malt. That's why it's a hot malt drink. And it's a Malteser. Jess K77 is here resubscribing for 3 months saying, bam, noise in the air. Noise in the air. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Man, I love this song. Malteser is a kind of dog in German. Wow. Over here they're sweets. They're oh my god, they're so nice. They're so Moorish. I think like once a year I'll eat Maltesers at Christmas. And they are the devil. They are the devil. You get this little tray and they're round little balls of chocolate, and on the inside they've got malt. And you can just keep putting your hand in that tray and you can keep eating more. And every time you have a mouthful, you munch it down, you want another one straight away. You know? Apparently they're like American Whooper candies. Oh, okay. You know, American chocolate's a weird one. When I was a kid I had some American chocolate, and it's quite bitter. Don't put a lot of sugar into American chocolate, which I found rather strange. Because over here we have like Cadbury's and they just load it full of sugar. We call them malt balls, says Winnie T. Ford. Cool. They got the chocolate on as well, right? That's like their American branded name, I guess. Blind Nicknamer 5478 is here resubscribing for 14 months in a row, saying, hey X, I'm proud to have been subscribed to you for 14 months. Keep up the great work. P.S. How close are we to the HRM being done? There has been a real push lately to get the HRN done, but I'll be fair and I'll say it's probably maybe half done at a push. You think about how many stations, how much redstone and lines there are to build, and how far those lines have to go. It is a massive project, and there's been a lot of work done on it so far, but there's still more work to do. But I'm loving this project, and especially this bit right here, just building this underwater is kind of magical. We're getting some sweet vibes from it. What kind of chocolate did you eat? Our chocolate is sweet, says Crafties. Oh, I tell you, you come over here to Europe and have European chocolate. It'll, you know, it's comparison, right? Like, if you eat, I don't know, if you eat something you think sweet and someone else is eating something that's actually sweeter, like, sweet is just a word to describe it, right? We don't speak in quantities. It's not like I'm having 30 grams of sugar in my chocolate bar. That's just not how we communicate these things. So, yeah, it's kind of relative, you know. There's malt beer in Germany, says Lois. Yeah, you can make alcoholic drinks with malt as well. Malt is made out of wheat flour, malted barley, milk, and baking soda. There you go. Some knowledge. X, what is your favourite sweet, says Jungle Chase. My favourite sweet is Reese's Pieces and Butterfinger. I am a fiend for peanut butter, and I actually haven't eaten a lot of peanut butter lately. I used to have, after I'd work out, I used to have some biscuits. Well, I call them biscuits. They're like savoury biscuits, right? You get ones with turmeric and stuff in. They just have some like healthier ingredients in. And I used to eat those with some peanut butter spread on top. But since I started counting my calories, I then knew what the contents of them were, how many calories they were, and I felt like they didn't quite fit into my diet that way. So I don't have them peanut butter as much anymore, which totally sucks. It totally sucks. But yeah, what was the other thing I was going to say? Anyway, I love peanut butter. And so, no surprise, Butterfinger and Reese's Pieces, absolutely gorgeous. But I have them, you know, a couple of times a year, and that's it. Got to be disciplined. Apparently Reese's Sticks, like Reese's and Kit Kats mixed. Wow, that sounds lovely. I know in America, when you have a candy, you tend to have like a lot of offshoot flavours, and the UK is not quite like that. Well, it is more and more so with time. You know, as the economic power of countries continues to like grow over time, more and more options and offshoots of things like turn up. But I think in America, for the longest time, it was always kind of a thing to have loads of different flavors. There's like Doritos Crisps, for example. When I was a kid, I used to have 3 flavors of Doritos Kid, and at one point they did a 4th one, which was the big cheese and onion. And I'll tell you what, they were the most craziest chips you'd ever eat, and they didn't do them for a long time, and then they got rid of them. But when you go to America, there'd be like 12 to 15 different flavors, and it was just bonkers. But some of that kind of excess is coming over here, and I think where now we might have like, I don't know, 5 or 6 flavors of Doritos, in America you've probably got like 20 or 25 now, you know. But that's just kind of like my little anecdotal perspective, right? In the US, I can never find orange or mint Kit Kats, says Metamorphic Mike. Oh, I like orange and chocolate, mint and chocolate. Good combinations right there. Are we out of glass already? Already peeps are out of it. Do you know what I ain't been placing in here, though? Those redstone blocks. They need to get placed. Get placed, sucker. Did this one have those extra... Ah, look. Look, my brain said something's wrong. And I noticed... Oh, jeez, it's the wrong block. Let's roll that one back. Let's go place another one down over here. Japanese have banana flavoured Kit Kats. I've seen the Japanese have some bizarre flavoured stuff. So I love eating these grenade bars. And initially I got into eating them as a source of protein. And now that I know what the source of protein is, it's whey. You know, you can have whey. It's not a crazy amount of sugar for a chocolate bar, but now that I feel like I'm addicted to having one every day, Like, it really is like halfway there to a chocolate bar. Even if it's got a bit of protein in, right? It's not really a health food. But initially you might look at it and think, oh, I'm getting lots of protein. It's not quite. It's not quite right. It's supplementary protein to begin with. So it can't be your only protein, right? It goes on top of a good diet, a good foundation. But anyway, I'm super just hooked on grenade bars. And they do a banana flavour called Banana Armour. Great name, by the way. And it's a really tasty chocolate bar. They do a Jaffa Quake one as well. That's awesome. That's like an orange one. My favourite is the dark chocolate mint, and that happens to have the least sugar of all of them in. 0.6 grams of sugar for the whole bar, which is pretty impressive. I'm sure there's other stuff in there that ain't so great, but there's that. And my other favourite flavour would be the white chocolate mocha one. Jaffa Quake X says, Chili, you heard me right, Jaffa Quake, that's the name of the bar. They've also just introduced a new flavour that I'm dead excited. I ordered a box of it, and I can't wait to try one. So we've got noises in the ear. We got Blind Nick Namer 5478 saying, I read that one already, didn't I? I read it already. Kodiak MC is subscribed, and Atlee L is subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time. What is a mocha? Says Flaming Soul. It's hot chocolate and coffee mixed together. I really like it. So yeah, one of them's white chocolate mocha. That's another flavour I really like that they do. They got quite a few kind of pretty bland ones. Like they do lots of chocolate and white chocolate and cookies and cream, and those ones are all just a bit naff. But they've got quite a few flavours that really pop. And they got this new one, which is dark chocolate raspberry, and I cannot wait to try it because I tell you, raspberry is the king of the berries. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to defrost some fruit to make smoothies tomorrow. Let me give myself a reminder. Made a note, defrost fruit for smoothies. Excellent, I'm not going to forget. Golders Buck says that they don't have Doritos in Russia, but they have 20 Lay's flavours. I believe Lay's is the same as Walker's, they just changed the name in different countries. And yeah, 20 odd flavours, that sounds about right, doesn't it? Asuma is a sweet boy, says 70. Do you know what? I'm not a sweets eating person, but those grenade bars, if you want to call those sweets, then I am totally onto those. I think what I really like though is that my I don't know what the word is, threshold and tolerance aren't the words, but like I guess because I eat, a lot of salads and a lot of cooked food and stuff, like sugar is I don't need a lot of sugar to get that buzz from it. So when I have a regular chocolate bar, I get like a head rush, there's so much sugar in it. And even eating these grenade bars, I'm like, I could have half the amount of sugar or less in these and still think they're tasty. So it's nice to find something that's like that though. It's not full on with all the sugar and yeah, it's tasty at the same time. Get wrecked, sucker. Assume avoid. Don't forget to defrost your fruit, says Chris. Thanks, I appreciate it. I appreciate the reminder. I'll be defrosting them for sure, making myself a batch of smoothies for the rest of the week. A mockery is what I'm doing now, says Empress. Awesome. Hope you enjoy it. We're gonna drown. No, don't drown. Oh jeez, we survived. We survived. We survived to fight another day. I might have to go brew some more of those water breathing potions, peeps. Might I say this project is coming along mighty smooth at the moment. Mighty smooth. X, what do you eat? Gluten or gluten-free products or both? Says Not a Number. I am not allergic to gluten, therefore I consume products with gluten. If you are allergic to gluten, then there is non-gluten products out there. But peeps, don't think it's a health thing. Okay, for some reason, don't know how people just get into these places, but it's not a health thing to have gluten out of your diet. If you are normal and healthy, gluten should be a part of your diet. Okay, it's part of food. It's part of the whole process of having a diet, getting good nutrition and energy and all of that. Somehow, it's like the anti-vax thing. And I was listening to a really good podcast today with Joe Rogan brought on a guy who is a vaccine. I think he creates vaccines, like scientist, researcher, and he has an autistic child. And there's a lot of misinformation about autism being caused by vaccinations. And now we're looking at having some vaccination epidemics happening in our world. Just today in Italy, apparently they banned non-vaccinated kids from going to school, which was a really bold, and if you ask me, a good move. I mean, well, heavy-handed but good move. Okay, something's happening in chat, and someone's taking care of it. Thanks for taking care of that. Bit odd of a thing to spam. Anyway, like, if you are a skeptic, I say this about everything, go get information from both sides, right? If you're pro-vaccine, don't. Just stay in that camp. But like, if you listen to this guy, you can hear someone like really explain the studies and the data and how things work. Because a lot of this anti-vaccine stuff is very anecdotal, right? And I think it's a phenomena that makes sense on the internet because we can be connected through, like, if you think of our community here right now, right, just all these other people hanging out with you in chat, watching the stream. Now this works because we're on the internet, right? We're all from different parts of the world, but we've got shared common interest. And that's how we can pull together a community here and have something going. We got Crazy Dad Damo here, subscribe with Amazon Prime. Crazy Dad Damo. Thank you so much for your subscription. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy this stream. So yeah, what was I saying? I'll come to the noises in a second in a moment because I'm trying to follow my train of thought here. So things can be very anecdotal on the internet. You can find the 1 in a million people who have the wrong reaction to vaccines, right? Because you know, they're 99.999% safe. 1 in a million, someone gets hurt. But because we've got so many people on the planet, those people can band together and they can group up their anecdotal stories. You know, like, you know, my child got vaccinated and this happened, my child got vaccinated, that happened. And then when you string them together, it's like you're looking just at a handful of stories, but they become powerful because they're personal. And most people are probably acting out of good intention of wanting to protect their children, right? So what you're not seeing is like the overall perspective of, well, out of how many people does this happen to, right? If you heard like a horror story and then it was like, but it only happens to 1 in 100 million people, you'd probably go, oh, don't worry about it then, you know? Jarf says village idiots have a meeting place, basically. And joke in brackets. But in joke is fair. Like, I don't like to say stuff like that. I don't like to be mean to people that have those sorts of opinions. I think it's far better to be, you know, warm and inviting and encourage people to discuss and communicate with one another. Like I said a second ago, you know, they're not doing it to be mean. They're doing it because they want to protect their kids, and that's a worthy motivation. But unfortunately, the nature of information in this digital age is just a little bit all over the place at the moment, it seems. I'm gonna want to go work in the base for a little bit. Like we've done a lot of stuff over here. We did good today. I can drop off those. I can drop off them. There for that. And I can drop off. Let's take back our bottles because we're gonna make. Do you know what? I've got 2. That'll do me fine. Probably not. I'll make them. I'll make them another time. Don't worry about it, peeps. So this thing, man, riding it down here. It's gonna be great. And you can start to see the base come into view around here. I don't know if it's ever going to come fully into view, but I did think about getting closer and then dropping down, but I thought it's not really going to be like I thought a lot about the angles, right? It's going to be really difficult to make that thing kind of a big feature because of the way we're approaching it. When you go underwater as well with the glass above, I was hoping you'd see it, but you kind of don't, so you're really not going to see the base very much coming into it, and I'm fine with that. I think that's okay. Otherwise, we'd need like an above water rail, and then it would take a sharp dip before we get there. Anyway, noises in the ear. KAA1453 Games here. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Thank you for your Prime subscription. Appreciate that. And we also got Mel's Melodies. I like the username. Subscribing as well. Thank you ever so much, Mel's Melodies. Thank you for the support. Okay. Asuma, did you go to Italy? Says Gabri. I have not been to Italy. I have not been there. I'm going to need a different client if we're going to need to work in the base. What I thought we might do is just build that for this, and then we're going to have the storage system coming down. It's starting to look glorious in here, really, isn't it? I'm going to boot up the other client first this time. Okay, and grab that. Scrub says, what training split do you do in the gym? I don't do splits. I tend to just rotate through the groups. I've learned a lot recently about different strategies for working out and how the majority of like people kind of do stuff and put it into groups. And I'm gonna try and get on more of a program like that. But I'm gonna try and like develop my own sort of breed of it that sticks to the way I like doing it. Condolol says, bro split or nothing. Nah. Like, there's so much like debate and argument over it, like what's the best, but you got to remember you're talking about fractions of percent a lot of the time. Right, let's load up this other client. You know, and at the end of the day, you got to get in the gym every day. That's the real thing you got to do, and you got to have your rest day. So you're not got to get in the gym every day. Jeez. Shadow Fuzzed is here. Resubscribe 5 months in a row. Shadow Fuzzed. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time. Anyway, we talked a little bit about the anti-vax. So if anyone listening is in the anti-vax camp, just like that Joe Rogan podcast, I thought it was really great to. It'll probably be like the latest one on his channel, or maybe not if you're catching this. Jeez, I feel like I want to give the number now. I should have been prepared. But it's like literally the first thing they talk about. They jump right into it. So if you check out a couple of the latest ones, you know, if you're going to do something like consider not vaccinating your child, be well informed, right? Well informed, and that means going out there, not just getting it from one place, right? You don't want to make that mistake. My best friend Plank says, I don't think the JRE podcast provided any peer-reviewed studies, did he? The guy certainly didn't get into what types of studies they were. You kind of had to take your word for it, but it sounded quite logical, the stuff he was saying, I guess. Here we go, we can throw doubt on any fire, I guess. It just sounded very logical, the stuff he was saying to me about like the perspective on, you know, like I said earlier, the whole 1 in a million thing. Here's what we've got to do, by the way. We've got to open that up. And then we've got to do some voodoo magic. If I go in here, do I remember how to do this? Configure the entrance. So we've got to rotate it. Wait, no, rotate is down here. So that looks like the original. So it would be that way around. Okay. Let's go back in. Right. I don't know what way it's going now. Okay, there we go. We're bringing it across. So we're now roughly in the middle of it. It's the other way. So it's somewhere around there. Right, now why is it not... Oh, okay. So if I do this... Looks like it needs to go to the right a couple of blocks. Let's go up here. That was the first one that we did, right? Okay, and then that one. There we go. That looks like it's lined up. Yep. That's a lined up little build right there. Sweet. Okay, let's start off by getting some of these dark prismarine slabs in place. As you can see, there is a ladder leading upwards. Actually, all of this can go, basically. All of it can go. If you're looking for an article about vaccines with links to good studies, check out the science-based medicine site. Cutie Pie Kitten, thanks for the tip. Legolas says, I'm not anti-vaccine, but I can see the concern. When I was young, my parents chose to not give me the MMR vaccine, but the polio one. The Reed report said that the MMR caused autism, but didn't realise the polio one could cause epilepsy. Thankfully, I didn't get affected, but now have MMR though. Yeah, the thing is though, but like, what is the likelihood of getting affected, right? Everything's got a risk. I think the idea is that the risk of getting something else massively outweighs the thing that you could get. And also you're talking about like 1 in a million chances. No parent wants to take that risk, obviously, but the alternative is so much worse, and we're at a point now where I think we're much further from the generations that like actually witness some of this stuff firsthand and know how awful it is, right? Did I run out of slabs that quick? I guess I never really made any, did I? Jeez. Let's go over here. Grab a crafting bench, make a few more. That autism medical report was thrown out, and the doctor that wrote it had his medical license revoked due to malpractice. Vaccines do not cause autism. This iceberg. The guy in the podcast reckons that when you start to be able to tell if a child is autistic or not is around the time that they get vaccinated. Now that's not a correlation, if I'm using the correct word. That just happens to be two separate things that land in a similar area. But he was saying that they're developing technology that will allow you to find out through a brain scan if a child is autistic way before, like a whole year before, and that could be huge right there, because then you wouldn't be incorrectly linking them together anymore. Okay, it's actually kind of better sometimes to go up above and to get out. Do you know what? I'm not even going to worry about that. We're just going to do something rather than nothing, right? Down here. So I'm going to focus on getting all of these slabs in the floor, I think. And we'll come as far as that, so we can start to do some of this as well. It looks super quirky over here, doesn't it? Super duper quirky. Correlation, not causation, says Cyphus. That sounds correct. There's so many of those words. Jeez, I'm a total derp, right? So many of those words you got to remember. Someone said yuck. Alright, yeah, yuck. Bird poop, right? The old bird poop. Let's add bird poop to Minecraft, they said. Life is the most lethal diagnosis, says my best friend Blank. Okay. Does Light Madoka require anything like Forge? It does, yeah, it requires Rift, which is like Forge, I guess. Like a way to have mods running. Did you know that you are most likely to die from old age, says Viperblade? Yep. I wonder if there was a point in history when you were, if there were ever a point in history where you were more likely to die of disease or war or famine than of old age. There must have been, really. Well, here's the thing though, right? So a lot of people have this perspective that, you know, way back when, whatever kind of era you're thinking of, but you'll get the idea of what I'm saying, that people didn't live to as long as they do today. And there's definitely some truth in that, but what is often misunderstood is that there was so much infant mortality that it brought down the life expectancy as a statistic. So if the life expectancy was 30, there'd be plenty of people knocking about into their 50s, right? But because infant mortality was so high and birth was such a risky and dangerous thing, that it means that the number is like pulled down. So you might hear like, I don't know, something like in the medieval times, people lived to be, you know, 30, but it's on average. So there were actually quite a few people that lived a lot longer than that. Ringhammer says, thanks, I enjoy these conversations. I'm glad you do. We get conversational quite frequently, don't we? And I was just looking in chat to see whatever people want to talk about, really. The OSIB says, some of our most famous innovators have been mildly autistic. Yeah, let's talk about autism. I have a bit of a particular view on it. I personally, like... Well, first of all, like, I have no problem with someone being autistic. Sometimes you see people throwing it around as if it's a slur or saying mean things. I don't like that at all. I think that's rotten. The way I see it is that everyone's born, right, being slightly different from one another. Why did I walk over here? Dark prismarine. I've probably got all the dark prismarine I have. I could go craft some more. We'll do that. So everyone's born with like different traits, strengths and weaknesses, and I believe that you can look at it from like a kind of what's going on in your head. What are the chemical constructs of your brain, right? Your brain is arranged in a particular way, and it means, hey, you just happen to be good at sports or whatever, good coordination, something like that. So we're all born with these things. We didn't choose them. We're all different in different ways, and to me, autism is just, you know, another sort of configuration of your neurology, what's going on up in your brain, right? Where all the bits and pieces that make the things work are. No one chooses how theirs is set up, and it just, you know, some things are more obvious than others or exaggerated because of however we are different to one another. We're all different, all got strengths and weaknesses, and, you know, this particular thing, we class it as autism, and that's fine, you know. And I think we do that because it needs to be done. Like, some people are going to need more help, or, you know, like, you might say, like, you have to treat someone differently because they're autistic. Really, we should be, like, generally just accepting of how people are anyway, I think. You know, if someone seems a bit quirky, let them be quirky. But yeah, it's there for a reason, I guess. Okay, so that will be the bottom of the base, and then we would have like our entrance to the storage directly behind it. So here's where I'm going to put the lighting, just because we need some lights down in this area, right? Anyway, what I said was just my own little opinion, right? It's not like some sort of science thing or whatever. My sister is autistic, and most of her friends are as well. Perfectly functioning adults. Sometimes I don't understand how she thinks. Sometimes I do. She does help accumulating how most people process information, but in my experience, being around many autistic people, there's nothing wrong with it. That's cool. And think about what you said as well. Like, sometimes you understand how they think, sometimes you don't. Like, man, you could just say that about a lot of people, right? We will have relationships, and sometimes like frictions or difficult situations arise, and, you know, a thought will cross your mind like, I don't understand you, or something like that. And that's like, it's just the same thing to me. It's just what being human is. Let's go in here. And we got a noise in the ear. It's tree! Immediately my brain tries to think of tree puns. Tree, have you been branching out? Oh, jeez. Tree says, hey X, missed you. Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back, my friend. 34 months. Jeez, you're approaching that emerald face. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the stream. Mr. Hippie says, autism can have advantages too. Yes. Well, advantages, you know, strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, like I said, it's the neuro thing, right? Like, because your brain's configured in a particular way, you might be good at maths or this thing or that thing, and sometimes with autistic people, like, it just means they can be particularly smart at this thing or that thing, right? But You know, that's the same with normal people as well, the way I see it. That's why it's like sort of all the same thing to me. It's like strengths and weaknesses. Some people are good at maths, some people ain't. Chilari says, yeah, a lot of autistic people are super smart and brilliant and also beautiful and great at Minecraft, winky face. Yes, I'm well aware of a lot of people who play Minecraft, or at least autistic people gravitate towards it. I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me. Like, the world is very understandable. It's actually one of the things that I say that I like about this game as well, is that the blocky nature of it just is very easy to like understand what you're looking at and get into your head, like this 3D environment. But I've read articles about it. It's been really great for autistic people, like giving them this like environment that has a set of rules that they can understand, interact with, and then the fact that it can be social as well can be really important. Now, my brain has stopped working now that we are multitasking a bit more here. I'm going to go grab a little bit more prismarine. Hamstep says blocky, colourful, predictable. Yeah, it's structured, right? You know, the block grid and the behaviour of certain things. That just works well for some people. Let's go over here and grab those things. It's also that there's a lot of autistic people who are very creative, and Minecraft is a great creative outlet. Yes, it is, yeah. Rani says, I'm in an engineering field and I have the idea that almost everyone here is some kind of autistic characteristics, not excluding myself. Yeah, that's not surprising to hear. I mean, like, the spectrum is broad for autism and it's getting broader, according to that podcast, as they... wait, what am I trying to do here? It gets broader. I can't remember why he said it was getting broader actually, but supposedly the definition of autism is including like more and more people with time, I think was the point. Can't quite remember the detail of that though. JC Birmingham says, my daughter has autism. Minecraft has helped her communicate with people better. Her typing skills and spelling skills have improved too. She wants people to understand her, so she works on her spelling more. That's awesome. That's great to hear. Nicholas says, as an Aspie myself, I have to say normal people are weird as well, especially those weird norms they have. Some make sense, but others are just crazy. Yeah. I know what you mean by that. That's why I'm saying it just seems like a way to like point out some of the more exaggerated differences between us. Yeah, we all have these differences. People need to be tolerant and understanding. Problem is, not everyone, including me, do not have a chance to interact much and learn, says Sam Cat. While interacting with a more diverse group of people would certainly, you know, help you learn that people are people. But yeah, I appreciate your sentiment there. I agree. Okay, let's go like that. Boopity boop. Get this thing filled in. Good, right. I think I'm knocking out a few blocks behind that I shouldn't be as well, but it doesn't matter. Sweet. Soul Wrecked Games is here, subscribing for 3 months, saying, hey X, happy to catch you streaming again, love your content, keep it up. Thank you so much for the nice message, buddy, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. What is being built? Can you put it on the title for the new visitors, says Never Snow. Not while I'm streaming, I can't really. But we're just working on the base. That is all we're doing. Building this little storage bit down here, I guess. Autism reveals itself in different ways for everyone. For me, it was stress, not from a drug or something like that. I can understand that. We all get stressed out by different things, I guess. Right, things that press our buttons. That's something I always trying to lower. Alright, trying to ask yourself, is this really worth being stressed out about? Oh, that one, I think I just broke one that wasn't... Oh jeez, there we go. It's supposed to be like that. X, what is that blue print thing you are using? I have started playing MC again. So I'm a bit behind on everything, says V-Force. It is called Light Malika and it requires Rift, not Forge. And it is allowing us to do this magic right here. Wait, those were correct, weren't they? Yeah, of course they were. So, it's weird when you're like putting in different blocks of the schematic. But then when you get the right ones, it's all good, you know. Okay, so that, and then this. Good, all done up to that height. I think what I might do for a moment here is just do a left to right kind of thing. Whoa, gravel be falling onto those slabs. I did a load of gravel farming today, and now I'm getting some free in my own base. I think the music stopped, peeps. I think the music stopped. Rightio, let's get the music rolling again. Sweet. Factorio soundtrack, says that Jared. I might have to put on the Factorio soundtrack at some point. I love that so much. Peeps, by the way, if you've been watching the Factorio series, I think I'm going to have to just call it that. Like, I've been looking for a chance to record the next episode for like a whole week, but I've just not been able to get it done really, and I've hurt my shoulder recently, and because of that I spend a lot of time doing exercises and nursing my shoulder. I have to put like deep heat on it, and there's just all this added clutter to my day at the moment, and yeah, I haven't found the time to keep the series going, and I just think I'm gonna have to end it. You know, I told myself this like ages ago. It's not gonna work doing extra stuff on the channel. Just keep it going with this, do extra games on the live stream. And yeah, now I've kind of put my foot in it, I guess. Okay, that messed me up again doing that. Right. Ah, this song is glorious. Glorious. Ah, is this bit here different? No, it's not. It's not different. I was going to say, why is that bit so open, but it's because the gravel fell out of it. Right, so I think we can put the top of it. Yep, we can put the top of this bit in. Good. Put it on hold, maybe, says Ragnar. Well, I can't put it on hold because, you know, when you resume it, it will just be a dead series by then. Like, I know how this YouTube thing works, and I wanted to resist it. I wanted to do something for the fun of it, and then, you know, I kind of got a bit annoyed by how YouTube works, but then I was like, alright with it, and now I realise, like, time management, it's just so tricky. When we play something on stream, it's always just contained within that stream time, right? And it doesn't matter. There's no, like, schedule or pressure. You just stream and have fun, but doing it as a video series, like, that's something that I've got to maintain, and I just ain't going to have the time, so I will, you know, try and get on there and record something, but I don't know when, and I'm worried it might be like a week from now, and then I'm like, this is probably going to keep happening, which you don't want. Right, let's go. Now, you see all this stone? I was going to throw it out, but I noticed Scar was terraforming with stone recently, and it just reminded me that maybe it's a good idea to hold on to this stuff and then just ask the other hermits if they need a box of stone. So we're going to fill up this with stone, basically, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Alright, so the other type of slabs should be in here. Or in there. There they are. Cool. Surprise Toba says, X, are you gonna stream Factorio once again then? What about Satisfactory? So I want to keep doing Satisfactory for a while, see where we go with that. But I have to kind of figure out if I'm going to get a key, or I don't know what's happening with that. So, you know. Oh, I see. Wait a minute, hang on. That was already there. By the way, peeps, I am trying to hold in a pee and it ain't working. It ain't working at all, okay? X needs a pee break. Alright, peeps? I'll be right back. Oh, that feels good. Orbiter Fold says, unwashed hands hype. I knew you'd say this. I knew you'd say this. Do you know what I did this time? I didn't wash my hands. Do you know why? Because I sat down. Alright, I thought I'll sit down. Then I don't need to wash my hands. Oh, hilarious. We had a noise in the ear. I could hear it from the toilet. Schmelly. Or is it Schmelly? Shelly, doing cheers, throwing those bits, saying good stream, double entry, entry. I don't know what that means, so thank you so much for the cheers and the bits. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Sounds like you're enjoying it. Oh my god, did you even flush? Says Jared. Yeah, of course I flushed. Goodness me. What do you think I am? Oh. Right, let's do this. Kablam! And then kablam again. How was the pea break? Did they taste good? 70! Jeez! Don't know why you should wash your hands after eating some peas. Yeah, I was eating peas. That's what I was doing. Yeah, that. The old pea eating. I ate some peas today. I had them with some fava beans. Oh. And some cashews and some almonds. There are some strange questions in chat right now. Strange questions being asked. I am highly suspicious. Highly suspicious of what's going on here. Let's jump over there, jump over there. Oh, it's getting late, isn't it? It's getting late. The OSIB says, Asuma, what's the strangest question you've ever been asked? That question. Okay, that was the strangest one I've ever been asked. Goodness me. Samcat says, X, why don't you number your YouTube videos by season? It seems it would be helpful for viewership. Start another one. I didn't want to. I don't know where that started though. I think there was like some other series somewhere that didn't change its episode numbers based on season. I really liked like the continuing number, and that's what I wanted to do, and I'm glad that I did. I really like it. Shows how long I've been doing this for, and I think it's great that I've done it that way. At least for me, it's great. Like, it might be confusing for someone new, and there's always that, you know, why are you on 700 episodes question, but I think it's good. I think it's good overall. That might be a bit much. I might be getting a bit high here. Oh god! Jeez, I'm sorry I looked. Wait, is that there correct? Wait, what is... fell down. What is going on here? Do I have to update the... Yeah, that's what's going on. I have to update it. It's being a bit funky. It's a funky monkey. Peeps are saying they saw the salmon ghost while I was gone. Sure you did. Sure, you know. Think you're trying to troll me? Think I'm that easily trolled? Okay. Metamorphic Mike says X, the salmon ghost is confirmed. It's confirmed? Okay. Well, that is suspicious. How does one confirm it, I guess? Oh, jeez. You can't troll a troll, says Rogue Assassin. Now you're making me think that someone's trying to troll me. You know, it doesn't matter. It ain't here right now, is it? Alright, if it were here right now, I might believe it. But until I see it, I'm going to call y'all a bunch of trolls. Oh yeah, we've got to place these up here as well. That is a thing that we've got to do. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute, hold up a sec, peeps, hold up a sec. Isn't there like a signature move of leaving behind a sea pickle? I don't see no sea pickles. There ain't no salmon ghost here. Jeez. If a monster truck is really big, is a really big truck, and a truck monster is a monster that lives in a truck, what do you call a really big monster that lives in a truck? A monster truck monster? The OSIB? You know, that's an interesting question right there. You do you, my friend. You do you. You do you. I would not be concerned by such things. I think when we build the one on the other side, it's basically going to come up to that point. Right, and that is the top, which means these blocks are here, so we can start to take care of... we've got to do the update. There we go, updated. Cool. Cool beans, bro. Cool beans, bro. What am I trying to break here? What's not to like? Oh, it's a ladder. Stupid ladder. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Getting those blocks done. We've got a noise in the ear from Off Torp here, resubscribed for 2 months, saying, make sure you wash your hands, guys. Make sure you wash your hands, yes. Unless you can't be bothered. Oh. We do have fun on these streams, don't we, peeps? We do have fun. Jeez. That's an unsavoury message. Oh. X, that was mean. The ladder had feelings, says the Black Ranger. The feeling of someone climbing up it, maybe. But that's about it. Alright. This is the grind I have to do for this base, my friends. It needs to get done. Right, how close are we to this edge? Front of this thing? Oh, quite close. Good stuff. Which mod loader do you use for the schematic thing, says Iron Chart? I use one called Rift. Rift is the name of it. Its name is Rift. Need to get further in here, right. Ah, this stuff here we should start putting the Dark Prismarine up at as well. Okay, Dark Prismarine, we got those. And now we're out of the other one. Let's go get the other one. Actually, let's go make some. Isn't this the one that's cheap to make as well? Ugh! Ugh! My shins! Yes, it is. Oh! Jeez, I didn't mean to fly like that! I didn't mean to fly like that. Oh, right, let's get on with this. Let's get on with this. We're going to get this done. We're going to get this done today. Okay, I'm confusing myself. Which blocks are actually placed? It's the dark ones, the ones we can't see. Excellent. That is very good. Ah, fell down. There have been some classic X quotes over the years, says Tuxaban. Oh, I'm sure there are. Now everyone in chat is just saying Giarian. How has it come to this? Biarian? I don't think so. Right, back to this Prismarine. X, did you subscribe to T-Series? They need to grow up, says Never Snows. I did not subscribe to T-Series. That's not what you're supposed to do. I thought you were supposed to subscribe to PewDiePie. Is that still going on? I looked in just a couple of days ago and it was like down to 1,000 or something. I think what will happen is like there'll be like this threshold where T-Series just pull away just enough to like demotivate people, and then that gap will just get larger, get just to that right size where like people sort of think it's over now, and then you know it will happen, but that's how I reckon it will happen. They'll get there eventually. I don't think this can go on forever. It's not sustainable. Oh, fell down. I fell down in a hole. Right. Ugh. Just waiting for the cool green spam, says I Spare. That's what my chat has been for the last 5 minutes. Just nothing but cool green. Right. Peeps, think I might just wrap it up here. I'm getting pretty tired. And chat just wants me to call green. Yeah, I'm gonna continue this off stream. Peeps, thank you for joining me in this late night live stream. Different time than usual. It's not really late night, but thank you ever so much for coming by. I appreciate you tuning in today. Be sure to hit the follow button before you go. and stick around to be a part of the raid. Peeps, massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered as always. I appreciate your support. And I'm going to send you over to Rendog, who's playing on the Hermitcraft server. Possibly not, actually. I don't know if he is, but I'll send you over to Ren. So massive thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. I'll see you all soon with another one. And bye-bye.